Hi everybody, welcome back to the kitchen. Today I'm going to be showing you how I pull everything together to make a roast dinner. There'll be separate videos on roast potatoes, roast turkey, doing the gravy. There'll be a couple of things in here like pigs in blankets, that sort of thing. I'll put a list here of what I'm going to be showing you how I make in this video, and then there'll be other videos to go along with it as well. And I'll make a playlist so they're all together so you've got them all in one place. So let's get cracking. So the first thing I do when I'm planning some sort of dinner is I write it out. So what time do I want to serve at? 1 o'clock. So that means I want to get everything ready with about 15 minutes to go. So my finish cooking time is at 1:45. So then I list all the items I'm cooking, the cook time they take, and then any resting time for the meats. And then that gives me times then that I need to have these things on the hob in the oven ready to go. Now this doesn't include any prep time. Also, the other thing you got to think about is what dishes am I going to be using? Saucepans, oven dishes, that sort of thing. Because if, like me, you've only got one oven, 4 hobs, you've got to juggle things around to make sure you can get everything cooked on time. So obviously, the oven is taken up with the turkey. That takes 3 hours. You need to rest it for 2. So that gives me 2 hours of cooking time with the oven where I can get the roast potatoes done, the roast veg, stuffing, that sort of thing. The ham I boil, so that gives me an hour's resting time. So again, that clears off the hob so I can get the veg, the mashed potato and all that sort of thing done. So it's all about juggling it around. So what I like to do, whatever I'm cooking that day, if I can, if I've got space, I'll get it out on the side along with the dishes so I know exactly what I'm doing so I don't forget anything. I've got everything written down here, I've got the times. So now it's just a matter of getting on and cooking it. Here we have the ham. This is a 2 kilo ham fillet, unsmoked. I just prefer unsmoked. Go for smoked if you want. You want to cook this for about 20-25 minutes per 500 grams or 1 pound. I cook it by boiling it, so I've got a nice big saucepan here, big enough to put it in and submerge it in the water. Cooking time starts from when it begins to boil. Now what I do is I fill it in here, bring it to the boil, then I pour that water away, put fresh water in, bring it to the boil again, and then start the cooking time from there. So cooking time for this is going to be around 2 hours. So it's 20-25 minutes per 1 pound or 500 grams, plus an extra 20 minutes, which gives us about 2 hours cooking time. So I'm going to pop this in, put it on the hob, bring it to the boil, pour the water away, put fresh water in, bring it to the boil, start the 2-hour timer, and that'll be that cooked. And then it'll be left to one side to rest for at least an hour before carving it up for dinner. Okay, Brussels sprouts. Horrible little balls of poison as far as I'm concerned. Don't like them. I've tried so many different ways to cook them, chopping them up, frying them with bacon, a little bit of garlic, butter, nothing. So just take them, put a little cross in the base, boil them. You want cold water, bring it to the simmer, about 15 minutes, no more than 20, and that should be them done. Serve them up and get them over with. Time to check in, see how we're doing with the plan. So we've got the turkey, that's in the oven, been basting it every 30 minutes. Ham's in, that's on the boil. We've got all the veg prepped, potatoes, carrots, Brussels sprouts. There's the ham boiling away. And we've got potatoes for mash in the pressure cooker there. So that leaves us to get the stuffing ready, pigs in blankets, and the gravy. We'll be making that using the tray that the turkey is cooking in. So at the moment we're on schedule. Time to take a break, have a cup of coffee, rest up, and we'll crack on with the rest of the cooking as and when we need to. Okay, roast veg. This is how I do mine. Take an onion, quarter it, take some, I like to add bell pepper. It really is up to you what you want to add. And then we've got some finely chopped garlic in there, about 3 cloves. And then we have some carrots and parsnip. Throw them in as well. So we've got a deep bowl here. Put that in. Some cherry tomatoes. They're quite nice roasted. And then we're going to put some rosemary in there. And some thyme. A little bit of ground pepper, a little bit of sea salt, and then we're going to add about a tablespoonful of oil to this, not too much. And then we're just going to get in there with our hands, make sure everything is coated with that oil. This is a great way of doing roast veg so you don't get too much oil. And once you're happy that's thoroughly mixed, everything's got a coating of oil. The onions will break up, that's fine. Take a deep oven-proof dish, just pour it in. Move it around. Now that's ready to pop into the oven. Take about 30 to 40 minutes in the oven at about 180 degrees Celsius or about 360 Fahrenheit. That's it. Stuffing time. No great mystery here. This is just off-the-shelf packet sage and onion mix. Traditionally, yes, you might have a chestnut stuffing with turkey, but as my children have nut allergies, it's just plain old sage and onion. This bowl in here. Make it up as it says on the packet. What I like to is add just a little knob of butter in there. Just stir it all up, let that butter melt. Initially with this you think, oh my God, I put too much water in that. But then as the breadcrumbs and everything there absorb the water, it gets quite thick. So keep mixing for a good while, make sure it's thoroughly mixed, there's no dry bits at the bottom. And then we leave that to stand for 5 minutes. While it's standing, the dish I'm going to cook it in. A little knob of butter in there. I'm going to put it in the microwave for about 30 seconds till it melts. That's the butter in there melted. What I'm going to do is take a bit of kitchen towel, paper towel, and just rub that butter all the way around the inside of the dish. Sides, bottom. There we go. Set that to one side. Give this a few more minutes. It's been 5 minutes now. Stuffing's gone all nice and stodgy. So what we're going to do is we're just going to put it into the dish and spread that round. Now if you prefer, you could roll these into bowls and roast them that way. This is just the way I prefer doing it, putting it into a dish like this. I'm using So there we go, there's the stuffing into the oven, 180 degrees, 360 Fahrenheit, 30 to 40 minutes, and that'll be that done. Pigs in blankets time. If you don't know what this is, it's pork sausages wrapped in some bacon. So we're going to do here, oven-proof dish. We just want a small layer of olive oil on the bottom of the dish because as this cooks, the fat in the bacon will render, and you'll end up with a lot more fat in the dish. Well, quite simply, this is streaky smoked bacon, pork sausages, wrap it, and put it in the dish. So you're putting it in with the join in the bacon facing down. And that was it, basically. Couldn't be simpler. You cook this in the oven about 30 minutes at 180 degrees or 360 degrees Fahrenheit. So yeah, 30, 40 minutes. As I say, a little bit of oil in the bottom of the dish because the fat does render down on the bacon. Basically, you just fit as many as you can in the dish. There we go, pigs in blankets, ready to go in the oven. So, how are we looking? We're getting there. We've got pigs in blankets, stuffing, and the roast veg prepped, ready to go in the oven. As before, the veg is ready. The potatoes are on for the mash. Ham is almost done now. We have the roast potatoes in the oven, and over there is the turkey resting. So we're getting there. We're on schedule to get everything ready for 1:45 for dishing up at 1 o'clock. There we go. There's the ham finished. It's drained. I've taken the wax wrapping off it. It's ready to go. All we're going to do now is cover it with tin foil. Well, actually, before we do that, I've got a tray over here that I've warmed up. So I'm going to put it in that because it will continue to drain juices. So we just don't want it to go everywhere. Cover it in tin foil. And then a couple of tea towels over it just to keep it warm. And then you can leave that quite happily for at least an hour, if not longer. Just leave it sitting to one side till you're ready to dish everything up. Right, we're at critical time now. Everything is in, everything is cooking. We've got the veg simmering. Potatoes are almost ready to take off and mash. We've got the pigs in blankets, we've got the stuffing, the roast veg, the roast potatoes, all in the oven. Over there we have the ham and the turkey resting. So we're getting to that stage now where we've got to start pulling everything together, getting it ready and dishing it up. Here we go, it's 12:53. We've got everything here ready to dish up now. Ham, turkey, Yorkshire puds, roast potatoes. We've got the Brussel sprouts, carrots, the potatoes all mashed. We've got the stuffing, the roast veg, and the pigs in blankets. The table's all laid, gravy's there. We've got some bread sauce and some cranberry sauce, crackers and everything. So we're ready now to tuck into our Christmas dinner. So there we go, guys. That's planning through a roast dinner. You can use that for any dinner. This is our Christmas dinner. I hope you find it helpful. If you've got any questions or comments, put them down below. Give me the old thumbs up. Subscribe if you're new here. I'll pop another video here and here. The subscribe button in the middle. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.